They are the manual laborers who are behind the construction boom of Dubai. They come from India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and China. There are almost 1 million of them, and they are here for one reason only.
They're trying to earn more money. You can't get this much money in their home country.
After their shift change, they are shuttled in buses back to their work camps, like this one at Sonapur, a word that means city of gold in Hindi. But this city of gold is somewhat tarnished. 150,000 men are jammed together to eat, wash, and sleep in overcrowded dorms.
He wakes up at 4:30 in the morning, cooks his breakfast, and by 5:30 takes a shower and all gets ready. By 5:30 they start for their work site, and the whole day he works out there. By 6 o'clock and return starts back for home, and the time they reach home, maybe sometimes 8 o'clock. After getting back, they wash their clothes and again cooks for the dinner, and then they go to sleep.
Recently, workers have begun to protest the wages, the safety standards, and the poor treatment they get from the companies they signed up with. In 2006, Human Rights Watch described the construction workers as deportable forced labor and condemned the Emirates for cheating workers. Demonstrations and strikes have shaken authorities, and they are beginning to crack down on those companies who don't follow the rules. There is even some talk that unions might be permitted, but only if Sheikh Mohammed approves. For now, it is business as usual for the workers toiling beside the Burj Arab. Sheikh Mohammed must have agreed to another beach development. The expats and locals knew nothing about this until one morning a wall started going up, cutting off their access to the beach.
We have this beautiful public beach. They decided to build a hotel. You know, here it's all about hotels. So they just blocked this beautiful beach and they put a wall.
On weekends, Melanie Janelle comes down to skate along that beachfront. She has a passion for skating. In Montreal, she was a figure skater, almost making it to Canada's national team. Surviving Dubai's steam bath summers is now just one of the new challenges she's had to face.
I've been here for 1 year and a half. The first year was quite difficult to find a place where to live. I rented a villa not really far from the beach, and I have 4 roommates. We are 3 Canadian, 1 French guy, and 1 British girl, but all engineers. It just happened that, you know, we just get along, so we decided to live together.
Melanie works as an engineer, debugging computer glitches connected to piloting helicopters. It often requires some hands-on testing.
When I want to test my system or the new fix I did, I need to fly it. So that's the reason with a bit of practice, and I learn a bit by myself. I never flew in a real helicopter, never. Maybe one day. Okay.
Simulators can help pilots prepare for real-life situations, but there is no simulator that prepares expats for the realities of the great divide between them and the local Emirati.
At my work, there's no Emirati. Yeah, there's just no opportunity to meet them. You know, the culture is different. Yeah, they are different.
Adding to the cultural divide is a slew of local rules expats are expected to know and follow.
So they have a lot of regulations for us, which is normal, you know, all these strangers coming to your country. So we need a permit for the alcohol. Everything, we need a letter from our company. And they mention about our salary. For the alcohol permit, depend on your salary, you can buy a little bit more per month. So you get a high salary, okay, you can get drunk a lot.
But this is also a land which has Sharia law, and it's not just Muslim women's rights that are affected.
It's not easy to be a woman here, and especially single. So what I do sometimes, like everything about car, about the bank, or if I have any trouble, I call my colleagues and they help me. So they just pretend that they are my husband. So I do that often, yeah. Yeah, like here, the culture, the Arabic culture and the Indian culture, they see women differently. And I want to know more about their culture, and especially the women, because it's more difficult to talk to them. You don't see them often. You see them at the shopping center. Otherwise, on the street, they're just in the car and they just don't see inside. We have to understand, like, we are in a Muslim country, so, but it's okay.
At the home of Alia Al-Shamsi, it is not uncommon to find her in the traditional Dubai black gown known as an abaya.
We wear whatever most women wear, but with just the black on top. We wear it for cultural and heritage reasons. This is part of our identity. A few people think, oh, they're oppressed and this is not a good thing, and why do I see it like, why not? I'm living here. It's part of the culture. It's a nice thing to show that this is what Emiratis wear. We want to hold on to our culture, but we can't really live that kind of life our grandfathers had because obviously everything has changed.
Alia has chosen to pursue a career in what was traditionally a profession only open to males.
When I first said I want to go into photography and I want to become a photographer, they looked at me like, are you mad? Are you crazy? What kind of a future can that give you?
Working as one of the first professional female photographers in Dubai does have some advantages.
I know the people, and being a national makes it a lot easier on me. So I can go into places, I can talk to people, and I can gain their trust. Especially being a woman, I've actually noticed that I gain their trust because I walk into a house, I walk into a home, and I'm not a threat. I'm not seen as a threat. I'm a tiny little girl with a camera, and so they tend to relax. Smile, Betty.
Although more Emirati women are joining the workforce, they, just as with Emirati men, remain a tiny proportion of a workforce dominated by expats.
Being a minority sometimes is a bit hard because there's a stereotype. That is the problem, the stereotype, not the minority itself. Stereotype is, when I first started working, a lot of things was, she's Emirati, female, she's probably spoiled, she probably is just doing this for as pastime, she doesn't really need it, she doesn't need the money, she probably has. So it's a lot of stereotypes that goes with it, and that's the big problem.
The newest generation of Emirati is not satisfied with following stereotypes. Ahmed bin Shabib, along with his twin brother, has started Dubai's newest lifestyle magazine called Brown Book.
We feel that Brown Book will become a lifestyle medium for communication from the Middle East by a younger generation from within this market to the international population. First of all, it's for people like me. I'm the next generation in the market. I speak English. We speak the international language of business, which is English, and we actually grasp it much easier than Arabic. And we wanted to go global. We wanted to go international. I think we face, as a second generation, a frustration of breaking the norm, whether it be socially breaking the norm or in the business life. And we want to become basically participants to the international community.
However, there is one tradition that the new generation is loath to give up: the long white cloak for centuries.
If you look at us as a new generation, I'm wearing the kandora. Why do I wear this? I think it's just identifying our roots and trying to communicate our roots, whether it be in our business, whether it be in our social conduct, or whether it be in our lifestyle, whatever it may be.
Currently, the fashion is for young, with-it Emirati men to doff their headscarves at work. They also seem to have given up on their razors.
I think, the stubble, I think Brad Pitt inspired us.
Seeing superficial cosmetic changes might be one thing, but a more surprising change was going on at the battle for the beach. That wall, which put an end to access to the beach, had generated a rare public outcry among the expats.
Last week, somebody started petition. And, on internet, it can go really, like, a lot of people sign. And I signed. I sent that to all my friends. And lucky we are, they decided, okay, we're going to stop this. They will remove the wall. And then all the expats will be able to go again on the beach.
It seems that the man with the unelected supreme authority, Sheikh Mohammed, had actually listened to the people, even if they were just expats.